Candela likes to move it, move it. Candela likes to move it, move it. Candela likes to move it, move it. They like to move it.
You know, it's that time again. I've done 2 specials for Miami Swim Week. And guess what? It's part 3 of the Miami Swim Week special trilogy here on These Are Questions. My name's Stephen Rafferty, and I'm going to be interviewing in this giant compilation special various models, talents, designers, photographers, media professionals, and everyone in between in this amazing special as we kind of cap off over 100+ episodes of These Are Questions. Tune in, stay tuned, and enjoy the show. Hi, my name is Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions. It's the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. And we are inside Dare nightclub as we're doing casting calls for Vicarious Lingerie, and I'm with 2 talented models. Please welcome Anastasia and Faith. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hey.
Thank you for your participation, for being part of These Are Questions. We're going to go right into the interview itself. Ladies, I'm going to ask you both a series of questions. It's going to be based around your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you both accept the terms?
Yes, I do. I do too.
All right, perfect. We're going to get right to the interview itself. So,
I think we're getting married. I do. I do too. We'll celebrate.
And we are celebrating here on These Are Questions. So, for the both of you, I want to ask, how did you get into the modeling industry?
It's going to be very funny. I booked a one-way ticket to New York during this New York Fashion Week, and I was like, I'll figure it out. So I just started.
Okay, well, welcome to the fashion industry. Welcome, welcome. I hope many successes are coming for you. Faith, how did you start?
Well, I started about a year ago. I fully went into it. I put all in my efforts, and it's amazing. I can't complain about it. It's a ride for sure, but I know in the long run it'll be worth it for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. You put in the time and craft into it, a lot of things can definitely work in your favor. And we're here in Vicarious Lingerie doing castings for Miami Swim Week. I wanted to ask, how was the overall experience so far doing this particular casting?
Oh, it's been great. Every girl is so shiny, and they're everybody's so happy.
I agree.
I'm enjoying it. The vibes are great. Everybody's so sweet here, and I'm excited to meet new people.
Absolutely, and it's always great. You meet a lot of different individuals and different talents, and you get to network, and you get to explore your creativity while also showcasing your skills here on the runway. So it's great. So let me ask you both, who's your favorite Disney character?
Princess Aurora.
I would say Snow White, just because they're animals. I love animals.
Both great choices. I'm more of a goofy character. That's my thing. That's my favorite Disney character. I love watching his stuff. And it's a lot of inspiration. So,
You can cosplay. You can definitely cosplay as him. The hair.
Oh, hey, if you want to see it here on These Are Questions, I'll finally see if I can get a goofy hat. I'll make it happen for one of the segments. I'll put it on there. Trust me, a lot of things have happened on the show, so you never say never.
I'm going to watch then. I'm going to watch and keep on watching.
Okay, and let me ask you, would you rather have a 24-karat Rolex watch, or would you want to travel to Switzerland?
Travel to Switzerland because you could buy Rolex there. Switzerland is where you buy the watches, so.
Yes.
I would actually travel to Switzerland too. I've been there. It's a gorgeous place. The Swiss Alps are phenomenal. I would recommend going there, honestly. It's a beautiful country.
Yeah, I think they're both good. I think it's a great location, and I also think you could definitely buy Rolexes there. So that was pretty clever. I'll give you that. I'll give it on there. I thought it was going to be my stupid question, but no, that was a good, clever response to that. Both answers are great on there, ladies. And as we're going along, as we're finishing up this interview, because I do want to respect your time on here, the last question I just actually want to ask is what's the best piece of advice that you can give for an aspiring model or someone that's breaking into this industry? What are your takes on giving great pieces of advice for those individuals?
Probably don't listen to anybody around you. If you want to do it, just show up. It's not scary. Nobody is going to judge you. Everybody's too much in their head to think about what you're doing.
I agree with her. Do you. Don't try to copy anybody else. Make yourself your own brand. That's the point of it. You don't want to be like some other person over there that they're doing the same thing. You want to make your own path and others to follow, if anything.
I like that. Those are both really good aspiring advices on there, and I think if anybody that does listen and watch the show will really get some good feedback on there. So that's awesome. So with that, we're at the tail end of our interview. I want to respect both of your times, but thank you both for being a part of These Are Questions. You both did great, and best of luck on the runway. You're both going to get casted. It's coming. It's happening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions. The interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. We're at Dare Nightclub for Vicarious Lingerie's casting for Miami Swim Week, and I'm with two talented models. Please welcome Essa and Melissa.
Hi. Hello.
Thanks for being a part of the show. I want to respect your time, and we're going to get right into the interview itself. Ladies, I'm going to ask you both a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you both accept those terms?
Of course. Absolutely. I'm ready.
Perfect. We're ready, Freddie. We're going to make it happen here on These Are Questions. So, ladies, I want to ask, how long have you been getting into the modeling industry?
About 4 years now. I started in Italy, and now I'm here in Miami. I'm going to LA next month, so a lot of traveling.
That's awesome. About on and off for 7 years, and runway for about 3. And I love runway.
Okay. That's awesome, and congratulations to both of you. And I know more successes are coming, more castings are coming. It's going to go as we go along Miami Swim Week and future castings later on this year. So that's pretty cool. And can you give me a really cool key tip when you're walking down the runway, from your experiences?
Definitely be confident. That's the 100%, the number one thing, just because everybody can see it. It's the one thing that everybody's going to notice. It doesn't matter what you look like, how you feel, just radiate confidence.
Yes, confidence is key, and drink lots of water and be in tune with the music. Movement is everything, and just be in that mode. When you're walking the runway, you're in your best energy ever, and most of the time the pieces that you wear, especially with lingerie and swimwear, they make you feel so confident, especially a really good piece.
And I can respect that a lot. Music can really make the vibe for it. And speaking of music, I want to ask, what's your guilty pleasure song?
Probably Womanizer. That's my one song on every playlist. Girl, that's my number one. It's on my gym playlist, it's on my runway playlist, everywhere.
There you go. And we got a sponsor here. There we go. We're not paid sponsor with These Are Questions, but shout out to Bubbler. There you go. We'll plug it on there. Thank you. Much appreciated. Cheers on there. Cheers. Cheers. A. There you go.
I love Gimme More. I love Gimme More. I just feel the music shifts into that key that you can just move to. I love music you can move to.
And I agree. I love good music that you can move to there. For me, actually, guilty pleasure. I'm actually people will talk about it, but if you ever listen to Nickelback, I like a lot of their stuff.
Yes. No, 100%.
Yes.
Really good. They're a great band, but they get a lot of slack for it, but they're really good. So
I get back into it, honestly.
Hey, if you come back on These Are Questions, Nickelback, the spot's for you. Let me ask you both, do you have a nickel on you?
I don't.
I actually have cash on me, which I heard is a weird thing to carry cash. Everybody doesn't carry cash anymore, but I have cash, and I also have some change.
I wish I could, but the thing is with me, if I have cash or change in my bag, I don't see it as money. So I just kind of spend it because I'm not seeing anything go down in my bank account. So I'm technically
math. It's
so I'm
girl math.
not spending money, and that's why I can't have it on me.
And that's an art in itself with girl math. I'm not a girl. I'm not a woman. And math is not my forte. The math sometimes doesn't math for me, but I can see the logic.
Thank you.
And as we're wrapping up this interview, and it's been great so far, we've had a lot of things happen. I want to ask, how is your overall experience working with Vicarious Lingerie with this casting show, and would you want to do future castings with them in the future?
Of course. No, honestly, I saw their Instagram casting just because I've been following them for the longest time. And I was just why not? I'm literally 30 minutes away. Let me get in my car.
I absolutely love the brand. I love that it stands with empowering women to feel they're most powerful and sexy. And I looked at their Instagram as well, and I was you know what? That's my vibe. And I want to be around the other people today and make friends and be around this type of energy because it's so priceless. Nothing compares.
Agreed. Nothing compares on here, and nothing really compares being a part of not just Vicarious Lingerie with their casting, but also being a part of These Are Questions. So, ladies, I really do appreciate your time. thank you so much, and good luck with the castings coming up for Swim Week.
Thank you.
So much for having us. Cheers. One more time. Cheers.
Hey. Hi, my name is Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions. It's the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. We're at Dare nightclub for Vicarious Lingerie's Miami Swim Week event, and I'm with two talented models, Tony and Katarina. Please welcome. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the show. I'm going to ask you both a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. We're going to get right into the interview itself. So, ladies, how did you both get into modeling?
Oh, I love that question. So I basically I got out of the Marine Corps about a year ago. And I just kind of took a complete 180, and I was like, I want to model, I want to act, I want to try all these things, and I just kind of went for it, and just been going for it ever since, and that's it. Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
So I used to model when I was a little girl, and I've always said, oh, I want to do that one day and become an influencer. So I said, why not give it a try? So I started last year, about a year and a half ago, and I'm doing it ever since.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And more castings, more modeling is coming for the both of you on there. And I want to ask, how was your experience working today with Vicarious Lingerie for this casting special?
Say that one more time.
So how did it feel being a part of Vicarious Lingerie and their casting show?
Absolutely loved it. Everybody's very professional. The women are just like a vibe. It was incredible today. It was incredible. Yeah.
Vicarious I love their lingerie, and I just wanted to model for them and cast for them. So here I am, and I love all the girls. They're super nice and sweet. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome on there. Real quick, as we're going through, and let me ask you on here: if you had the chance to suntan anywhere in the world, where would you do your suntan at?
Hawaii.
Thank you. Hawaii's good. That's a good one.
That is such a good one. Dang it. I was literally gonna be like Miami because I'm not from here. But like now I'm like, oh wait, where? Like, I love Puerto Rico. I'm a Puerto Rico girly. Yes. So yes, that's the place.
Hey, you never know. It could happen. You could do both suntanning in Hawaii and Puerto Rico. Maybe have your own place, Puerto Rico, Hawaii. Combine the two. I don't know. You could never know. You never know. That's awesome there. And we got even the cheerleaders coming through here at the moment. So there you go. Hey, it happens here on These Are Questions. It wouldn't be These Are Questions without it. So now let me ask on there, if you had the chance to have a professional skateboarding company and you would skateboard in any prime location, where would you want to skateboard and why?
Oh my God, I'm glad I'm first. I was just gonna say California. That's where I'm from, California. That was mine. I tried to do an easy one.
I guess California too, because I don't know where else it would be.
Hey, those are the prime spots. Those are the prime spots there, so it all works out.
That is such an interesting question.
Thank you. That's what we have here on These Are Questions. And I just have one final question to ask in this interview this afternoon. The question I want to ask is, what's the best piece of advice for aspiring models that want to get in the industry?
Oh my God, never give up. Just keep going, and like it just is one of those things that helps you test yourself, and you really do develop a new love for yourself. I just love it. So keep going.
Confidence, definitely confidence. If you could do it, anybody else can.
I like it. Both are good advices, and they work well with each other, so I really like that a lot. And I think you get some good inspiration and feedback from watching this episode on These Are Questions. So, ladies, thank you so much for your time. I want to respect your time. Really do appreciate it, and best of luck in the castings.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions. The interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. And we're partying around here in their nightclub. We got people walking around, got things happening here in the nightclub, and I'm with a talented model. Please welcome Kat Nash.
Hi, thank you. So great to be here.
Thanks for being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations while mixing a bunch of questions that are stupid and idiotic.
Let's go.
Let's do it. With that, let's go right into the interview. How did you get into modeling, and what got you inspired in modeling?
Oh gosh, I've been modeling ever since I was about this tall. Yes. And I love it. I love the creative process, and I love helping designers showcase their art.
Awesome, awesome. And I can see it because we've got the chance to work to each other. I've taken some of your photos, and the work speaks for itself. So great on there.
Oh, well, thank you so much. You're
very welcome. You're very welcome. And you did a lot of variety of different fashion shows. I want to ask, as people are walking through here on These Are Questions, what's the dream venue or dream show you want to go into in the future?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I have a specific one. I'm just open to all creative outlets and venues, and let's make some cool art, you know? Like, let's have fun with this. So I don't really have a specific one. I'm just open to all opportunities, and I just always say yes to whatever we're doing. I'm like, let's go, let's do it, let's have some fun.
That's good. Let's have some fun. We're going to make it happen on here. And speaking of fun, if you ever had to be your own other type of artist, like whether it be sketching, whether it be painting, whether it be drawing, what type of art would you want to go into?
Oh gosh, probably either architectural design or like fine art with like oils and acrylics and painting, like painting on big landscapes.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, so I love the creative process in all of its forms, whether it's fashion, whether it's, you know, a painting at Art Basel, whether it's a banana taped to the wall, you know, it's all interpretive, it's fun.
Let me ask you on there, if you were to tape anything but a banana on the wall, what would you tape and why?
I'd tape some coconuts.
You heard it here on These Are Questions. Not my words, but Kat's words. I'll take it on there. Hey, who doesn't like coconuts?
I love coconuts.
It's a good fruit.
Yeah, it's great.
And let me ask you on there, as we're railing for the end of our interview, what's the best piece of advice you can give to an aspiring model that wants to get into the industry?
Just go after it. Like, you know, everybody's so concerned, oh, am I in swimsuit shape or whatever. All bodies are represented here. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. And just be confident in your own skin and be your true self. And your true self will shine through. And that's the beauty of it.
I agree. And I think that's really wise words, and I respect that quite a bit. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for having me. It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you. Enjoy the festivities, and I hope you get casted in this show and any future shows within Vicarious Lingerie and with Swim Week.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, my name is Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions, the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. And today, we are here at Vicarious Lingerie's Miami Swim Week casting at Dare nightclub, and I'm with a talented model. Please welcome Ari.
Hello, nice to meet you guys. I'm Ari.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and randomly stupid. Do you accept those terms?
I do.
Okay, awesome. We're going to get right into the interview itself. As people keep going, we should count.
They're interrupting right now.
I know. We can count how many people come back and forth and see how the number is going to be.
No, they don't see the camera, I guess.
It's okay. You'd be surprised when we do live episodes and casting. That happens on there. I want to ask, how long have you been modeling for?
I've been modeling since I was 2 years old. I started off doing pageants at that age, and then I naturally progressed, as you can see.
Well, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. And like out of some of the shows that you've been casted for so far, what was one of your big highlighted shows?
Well, this is my first year doing Miami Swim Week casting, so I just branched off from pageants. Hopefully we can get to that point.
Okay. Well, first of many on there, and I know more castings are coming through as we got people and talents and everyone working through, and I wish you all the best as those castings come along.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Let me ask you, have you ever seen Home Alone?
I have.
Okay. Have you seen Home Alone 2?
I have.
Home Alone 3?
Is this a trick question?
There's no trick questions here on These Are Questions. There's people walking through my camera.
Well, I'm not even sure if I've seen the third one. I know for sure 1 and 2, though.
Okay, 1 and 2. That's the ones that are important.
The mainstream, yeah.
The mainstream. But apparently you have a 3, a 4, and a 5.
A 5? How did it get to that point?
They keep leaving the kid alone. I don't know. They keep leaving him home alone. It just happens.
They need to stop doing remakes. It's 2025. Come up with original movies. Thank you.
Fair enough. That's true on there. And let me ask you, if you had a chance to remake a movie, what movie would it be and why?
That's a good question. I would probably do another Toy Story movie.
Ooh. Well, they actually are making another Toy Story 5.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
That's serious.
Okay, wow. Well, I'm definitely going to be seeing it because my inner childhood is screaming right now.
There you go. Absolutely. And as we go along, and I just want to ask one. It happens. They're not going to see Story 5. We're going to see it.
Right.
That's right. Let me ask as the last question I want to ask you, and these are questions. What's the best piece of advice for an inspiring model that's breaking into the modeling industry?
I would honestly say just be confident, believe in yourself, love yourself first, and then with that, everything is going to come naturally.
I love it. That's good. All great advice there, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ari, for your time. I wish you all the best.
I appreciate you. Miami Swim Week 2025.
That's right. All right, thank you. Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions. I'm with an amazing, talented model. She's been with past episodes on These Are Questions. Welcome back, Rio Jade.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Thank you for being a part. I'm going to ask you the immediate question because you already know the rules. You already know it. You've been on it. But immediately, how many people do you think are going to walk through this camera in this interview?
How many people are going to walk today?
Walk today through this camera.
I would say at least 30.
We're going to have a poll and a tally. We'll see how many people walk through all the interviews in our segment here. It's worth our space. But on a serious note, I hope you're doing well. I want to just ask, how has the castings been so far this season?
Casting season's been great. I love it. It's so much fun. I get to hang out, meet people, see old friends, get some practice, be on the runway, have your little moment.
Yes, absolutely. Having that moment, and I know how amazing you are as a talent, so it doesn't surprise me one bit, and I know you're going to be casted for some great shows this season.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And I always ask this, but I'll ask again on there. Was there any dream designer or dream location that you want to work through here?
My dream designer that I would like to walk for, that's one. Probably Mugler or Versace.
I think it could happen. Never say never on there. I think it definitely could happen on there. So let's make it happen. You hear it on here, and these are questions there.
Cinch me, Mugler.
And let me ask, if there was a planet that you wanted to travel, like out of space, and do a fashion show in, which planet would it be and why?
Ooh. Probably Venus, because Venus is like Aphrodite, goddess, feminine energy. Would love to do that.
And it's close by. It's definitely possible. You just gotta take a rocket ship and go over, and then get the designers, get the clothing, get the sun runway. Make.
We'll be walking in spacesuits.
Oh, hey, that's an idea. Could happen.
Love to see it. That's a great idea.
Never say never here on These Are Questions.
No, for real. Anything can happen nowadays.
Anything can absolutely happen there nowadays. And speaking of travel, I'm going to ask the same question I asked you from our first time we interacted on These Are Questions. Have you gone to Rio de Janeiro? Have you gone yet?
Not yet. Who's paying? I'll go.
One day you're going to go there, and one day eventually you'll go to space. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. In this economy, who knows?
We'll check it off the bucket list.
Check it off the bucket list on there. And if I had a bucket, I would give one. But I don't have a bucket nor a list. I just have questions.
I'm here for it. That's two.
And the last question I want to ask you, Rio, as more people have gone through the camera, I think your tally's getting higher. The question I want to ask is, what's the best piece of advice for aspiring models that want to break in the industry?
Best piece of advice is just be confident. Don't stop. Keep going. Always believe in yourself because, if you can't, no one will.
And I love it. Great advice on there. Really do appreciate it. Enjoy the festivities here and there, and have a wonderful episode with These Are Questions. Best of luck with the casting.
Thank you.
Awesome. What's the vibe? It's the vibe. Hey. That was good. I'm keeping that in now. Now I got to keep it in. All right, we're rolling 3, 2. It's okay. We're doing a count. How many people can go for my camera with this part of the episode? We're probably at over 40 something at the moment. So, welcome to These Are Questions. The interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. I'm with an incredibly talented model. Please welcome Carly Sauce.
Hello, so nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mix of questions that are borderline idiotic and randomly stupid. Do you accept those terms?
I do.
All right, awesome. So let's gotta get it right into our interview itself. So Carly, how long have you been modeling for?
On and off for 10 years.
10 years? Whoa, that's crazy, that's crazy.
Yeah, I got started in college, but then I was living just in an area that wasn't convenient.
Oh no, that's not how it works. Once you get it, you gotta keep doing it. See, people are already watching, people are walking over. No, if you're ready to model, you're ready to model.
With modeling, basically, I'm an artist in a lot of different ways, and fashion has always been a huge part of my life. And so what I really love about modeling is that it allows me to feel and express things even if it's just in a single moment, I get to be something outside of myself. So I just want to continue telling stories with people and for people and enjoying the journey.
And Carly, as we kind of conclude the end of our interview, the last question I want to ask is like, what's a great piece of advice for models that are breaking through and trying to be successful in the industry?
I would say just do not compare yourself to anybody. Everybody has their own audience. Everybody has their own look. Every brand has something else they're looking for. So just embody whatever is the most authentic you.
I like it. Good, wise words on These Are Questions. Carly, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for interviewing me on These Are Questions. I wish you all the best with everything.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Let's do this thing. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, my name's Stephen Rafferty. You're watching, so I was listening to These Are Questions. The interview show asks people questions about things, life, and such not. And we're here at Dare Nightclub. We've interviewed various talents for the Vicarious Lingerie Miami Swim Week casting. I'm with an amazing model. Please welcome Rachel.
Hi, nice to meet you guys.
Thanks for being a part of the show, Rachel. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and well randomly stupid. Do you accept those terms?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Go for it. Go for it. Let's see, we're adding on to the tally. We're going to add how many people are in the episode. We got another one. Is it going to go? How low can you go? Are you go? Is it go? It's like limbo. It's limbo on there. Let me ask you right off the bat. Do you know how to do limbo?
Do I know how to do limbo? Yes.
Okay. What's the lowest you can go? How low can you go?
I think I can maybe go pretty low.
Okay. If I can go a little bit down, we can go a little bit down. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, okay, so pretty good on there. Pretty good. I want to ask, how long have you been modeling for?
I've been modeling, I would say, for about like 5 years.
Okay, wow. And what were some of your highlighted shows that you've done?
The Confessional Showroom, that was a really cool show I got to do, as well as the Ethereal show.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. And what's like the dream venue or dream show you want to do in the future?
Well, for me, I'm an actress first, so my dream is to be an actress. It's my end goal.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Hey, and that's the end goal. You could definitely do a lot on there as Inspired. And let me ask you, if you were able to have your own book series, what would the title of the book be and where you would sell it to?
I don't know. It would be like The Crazy Life of Rachel.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Definitely, and that'll be really cool on there. And follow up on there, if you had your own oranges, where would you take your oranges to, in which location and why?
My oranges? Well, I would make orange juice.
Okay, and where would you take the orange juice to?
In my stomach, I drink it, of course.
Good to know. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And maybe that could be another name of your book series, the Orange Book Collection.
Another book series?
The Orange Collection.
Oh, Orange Collection?
Yeah, that would be the name. It'll be like the Orange Book Collection there.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like Orange is the New Model, like the TV show back.
Like Orange is the New Black.
There you go. There you go.
Orange is the New Pink. I don't know.
Ah, there you go.
Orange is the New Orange.
Yes, it could be. It could be on there. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I want to ask, as we conclude our interview on here, I want to ask for aspiring models, what's a great piece of advice you can give to someone that's trying to break it to the next level in modeling?
Network as much as possible. This industry is all about connections and just putting yourself out there. So I think just show up to any casting, even if it's like a background job, show up, because you never know who you can meet, or maybe you can get upgraded to a higher role. So take every opportunity.
I like that. Take out every opportunity you can get and make it happen, not just with this interview, but with any future interviews, any future casting. So, yes. Rachel, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for being a part of this show, and I'll put all of her information in the description down below to follow. So, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
Hey. All right, yeah. Hi, my name's Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions, the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. I'm with two amazing models here at Dare Nightclub for their Vicarious Lingerie show. Please welcome Becky and Anna.
Hi, how are you? Hey, it's good to be on here. Thank you for having us.
No problem. Thank you for being a part of this show. We're going to get right to the questions, but I want to just ask you both. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and will randomly stupid. Do you both accept the terms?
Again, I'm sorry. I didn't hear.
So I'm going to ask you both a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and will randomly stupid. Do you both accept the terms?
I accept.
I accept.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. So I want to ask you, how did you both get into modeling?
Okay, it was always like a dream, but now till this 2025, it's like, you know what? Do it. It's your dream. You live once and do it. It's always a dream, you know, girls things, but now it's like, do it, because you deserve it. At the end of the day, we work hard for ourselves, and you have to do it. You just do it, and that's it, because it fills my heart knowing that I'm doing something that I love to do. Walking, feeling myself, and seeing a beautiful woman around here, it's like, it makes me do more and more.
And I respect that. That's very cool. That's awesome on there. Yes. And for you, Becky?
For me, it was something that I've always wanted to do, but I was always scared to get into it, only because I did not see a lot of young, beautiful black girls that looked like me. But I just ended up having an effort moment and was just like, you know what? Like, I don't want to end up looking back and regretting not ever, you know, putting my full 110% in doing this. And I'm glad that I did do this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've seen it with both of your works. I've been able to done your photography projects in the past, and you both have been growing and getting more professional in your modeling careers. Wishing all the best with all of it there. So I was saying I really appreciate both of your work over the years, and I know you're getting better and better as professional models.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's all about. Like, whatever work you do, you have to improve every year, and seeing your past self to see, hey, I do better this year, I'm going to do so much the next year. You know, improving always, always, and always.
Absolutely. Improvement is so important. It absolutely is in the grand scheme of things. Now let me ask you, out of all the holidays that we have, what's a holiday that you want to potentially remove and change? And if you did that, what would you replace it with?
A holiday.
So it could be any holiday, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Pick one of the holidays, remove it, and replace it with your own holiday.
For me, I'll say Halloween, and then just make it all about me. Or, yeah, I'll say Halloween.
Okay.
You want to replace it for what?
Or your own holiday.
What would be the holiday, like what would we do for your own holiday if you had to replace it?
That's a good question. Let me see. What would we do? Honestly, a lot of partying. Honestly, I wouldn't know. Whatever makes you feel like the best you. Honestly. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I will do Halloween as well, and I will replace it to just like a you self, like a day for yourself. That's it, nobody else. Like, go to the beach, go somewhere else. That's your holiday. Enjoy it.
I love it, yeah. Good advice on there, good insights. I respect that quite a bit on there. And as we go towards the end of our interview, I just want to ask you both, what's the best piece of advice you can give for models that are trying to pursue in the industry?
I would say definitely have a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence, it goes a long way. Even when you're like very nervous, just don't show you have a lot of confidence. Be yourself, because they love that. Always show good energy, and just have it, like, just don't care. Don't care what people think or say about you, because, you know, it's all everything that you wanted to do.
Don't give up on yourself. Never. Everybody else can give up on you, but you are your priority. Don't give up on yourself. And the rest is gonna like come eventually. The confidence. This is my second time running on the runway, and I'm like, you know what? I see her. I see a lot of people that actually run always, and you have that confidence. So you know what? I'm choosing your energy because you make me feel like secure. And you know what? I'll do it because if you can do it, I can do it. So don't give up on yourself.
Also, one more thing I'd like to add. No matter how many no's you get, never give up. Never give up. You may not be the person you're looking for now, but trust, it will come. Like, never give up.
There we go. Right here on These Are Questions. Thank you, ladies, for your time. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to have all the talent's information in the description down below. And with that, you've been watching / listening to These Are Questions. There we go. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. We are here at Dare Nightclub interviewing various talents for Miami Swim Week with Vicarious Lingerie. I'm with a talented model. Please welcome Amy.
Hello, thank you for having me, Steven.
Thank you for being a part of the show. I really appreciate it. Amy, I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and well randomly stupid. Do you accept those terms?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Gonna get right into the interview itself. So, Amy, how long have you been a part of the modeling industry for?
For about 2 years now.
2 years. And what's your favorite part about modeling?
I love the clothing. I love getting to play dress up at boutiques and being able to walk the runway in the most gorgeous clothes and designs. I couldn't even imagine.
I get that. I like that from the designer's perspective on there. And is there like a future designer that you want to work with and do modeling with their clothing?
Love Shack Fancy's Rebecca. I would love to work with her.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, that'll be dope. Hey, you never say never here on These Are Questions. Could happen.
I'm sorry?
I said never say never. Could happen on These Are Questions.
Oh, I hope so.
We're manifesting it here on These Are Questions. We're going to make it happen. And let me ask you on there, how was your experience doing the casting here with Vicarious Lingerie?
I loved it. It was, you walk right in, you go out there, and you have fun, and then you get to come back here with all these amazing girls. So I've been having a good time.
Absolutely. It's a great and wonderful time on there. And as we're going along, I want to ask you on there, is there a dream sport that you ever wanted to be an athlete for?
Cheerleading.
Cheerleading, okay. And like, how would you do your own cheerleading show? Would you have like a custom show like in an arena or a stadium?
Maybe outside.
There we go.
I would say like a stadium, like how it is like NFL football, like in the middle. You know, a big stadium.
Hey, we're nearby Dolphin Stadium. It could happen.
You never know.
Maybe. We got it right here as we're going along with the interview. It's okay. No worries. It's all good. Hey, it wouldn't be These Are Questions without it. It happens. But yes, Dolphin Stadiums would be really cool. And let me ask, would you be able to ride with the dolphins in the ocean?
Would I be able to ride with the dolphins in the ocean?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, always.
Hey, never say never. I don't know. As long as it's legal and ethical and it works, it could be possible. Exactly.
Yes to everything.
Yes. Okay. Legal and ethical. Here on These Are Ethics. I mean, These Are Questions. And let me ask you, as one parting question here on These Are Questions, I want to ask, what's the best piece of advice that you can give for models that are trying to break through in the field?
I would say just be very confident, be kind to everybody. You never know who you're going to meet. And just make sure it's fun. Fun above everything else.
Definitely. Making sure it's fun is the most important thing.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Amy, it's been a pleasure interviewing These Are Questions. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with all the swim week casting.
Thank you, Steven.
Thank you. Hi, my name's Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions. This interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. And we're here for Vicarious Lingerie's Miami Swim Week co-casting at their nightclub. And I'm with a talented model. Please welcome Rachel.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks for being a part of the show. Rachel, I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and well randomly stupid. Do you accept those terms?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun. We're going to make it happen here on These Are Questions. Okay. I want to ask you right off the bat, how long have you been modeling for?
I have been modeling for probably like 4 years.
That's awesome. And what were some of your highlighted shows that you've been a part of so far?
So I went for my school actually, and then I've done pictures, but never like an actual full-on show.
Oh, okay, so you're casting with Vicarious Lingerie for one of the first ones, and hopefully you get casted for it, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah, that would be actually really cool.
I think you might have a good shot with it. And I want to ask, how was your experience working with Vicarious Lingerie this afternoon?
I think it was great. Everybody's super nice, inviting. You know, they were very like welcoming. So yeah, I mean, I hope to do more with them.
And I hope so too, and I think it will happen as time goes on there. Now, I want to ask on there, if you were in any water park in the world, what water park would you go into and why?
Okay, so I think any Disney water park. I'm just super Disney fan. I went to Volcano Bay, and it was really, really awesome. So, I mean, I'm sure like Japan has a better one.
I think so. We could do a trip down there. You never know. Could happen in the future there.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down if you're down.
Okay. All right, we'll make it happen. We'll do a These Are Questions episode, hopefully in Volcano Bay, if it happens. It could happen.
Yeah, I think so.
And then speaking of volcanoes, would you like to see an active volcano?
Like in person?
Yes.
like away from me.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to go closer, I don't know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
I don't
away from me.
Okay.
Away
You know,
from me would be
a
cool.
good distance away.
Yeah, very, very good distance away.
Okay.
So I don't.
Yeah, I don't want you
Right.
to hat and everything. I don't want you to go disappear on
Yeah,
there.
me neither.
No. And let me ask, if you had any superpower on the planet that you can control for at least 24 hours, which power would it be and why?
I would want to be invisible. I think that if I was invisible, I could do a lot of things. Like a lot of very, very fun things. Like just get on airplanes for free, you know, like mess with people's hair or something. Like for fun, not like to mess them up or anything.
I like that. I think it would be pretty cool. I think that can happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, and I love this interview, and I want to keep going and ask a couple questions, but the main question I want to follow through as we get towards the end of this interview is what's the best piece of advice for models that want to break through and continue on in the industry?
I think honestly just go for it. Like whatever you think would be fun, if you enjoy it, you should just go for it. Apply to everything and just have fun. I think have fun.
And I think so too. I think having fun's the most important thing when you're casting on there on These Are Questions.
Yeah. It takes away your nerves a little bit if you have fun.
It does. And the last question I want to ask you, and it's going to be a silly question, but I'm going to ask. We're at the Hard Rock at the Guitar Hotel. I want to ask you, could you play that giant guitar?
I don't think my arms are long enough. I mean, I have pretty long arms, but
I mean,
it's kind of huge.
it's just a little big. That's all.
Just a little bit.
Little bit.
Not as big as my arms, but I have pretty long arms, so maybe.
Okay.
You never know.
You never know. Things can happen. Never say never, right?
Never say never, as Justin Bieber likes to say.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure interviewing on These Are Questions. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
There you go. That's it.
Hello, my name is Sophia Marquina. It's so nice to be here.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to get right to the interview itself. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you accept those terms?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Let's get right into it. How long have you been modeling for?
About 4 years now.
4 years? That's awesome. Any big shows, big brands, big designers you've worked with so far?
New York Fashion Week, Miami Swim Week, really loved those. And then Miss Harley Davidson, I was at.
Hey, that's awesome. With New York and Miami, what are some of the differences between those two shows?
New York is much more high fashion, a lot more like modeling, the full clothes, the long gowns, whereas Miami's more bikini, showing off like the aesthetic, the design, the art. It's much more beautiful, but I love them both. They're both beautiful in their own ways.
Absolutely, they're both great in their own ways, and that's awesome on there. And congrats with Harley Davidsons as well. I was going to ask, do you ride Harley Davidsons?
I used to, yeah.
Okay. What's the best thing about riding a Harley Davidson? What's the best thing about riding a Harley?
Honestly, I love the sport bikes more, but I think they're just so freeing. Riding a motorcycle is just a fun thing, you know?
And I was going to say, is there a place where you would take your motorcycle to that you haven't gone to yet?
Most definitely the Tail of the Dragon.
Oh, okay. That would be cool. I like that. That would be a cool place to travel.
Yeah, of course.
And speaking of dragons, have you ever seen a Komodo dragon?
No. Oh, actually, I think I have. The little, like, almost the iguana. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's like it's like an iguana, but it's 3 times the size. It's massive.
Yeah, it was like in that movie Jesse's, I think it was.
Yeah, you got it on there. Yes. And hey, you can ride that. You can ride the dragon with your Harley with the Komodo dragon. Could happen on there.
Right.
You never know.
Passenger seat.
In the passenger street. Let me ask you, do you know how to construct a building?
Yeah.
Really?
My mother was a civil engineer, so she showed me. She's walked me through the whole steps whenever we walk by a building.
Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. That's a cool fun fact. Hopefully with that engineering background, you can apply it on the runway whenever it shows and they get the science behind it.
Exactly. There's an art to everything.
I love it on there. And let me ask, if you were able to create your own solar system, right? What would the name of the solar system be and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe Majesty, because I feel like they're very magical in their own ways, but I feel like I would have to think about a more unique name, though. I feel like it deserves something better.
Hey, that would be awesome on there. I think that's a cool name. That's cool. And as we're getting towards the tail end of our interview, the only question I want to ask left is that what's a great piece of advice for models that are breaking through and trying to make it to those big shows like New York Fashion and Miami Swim Week?
Stay confident, keep pushing through, have fun. Don't forget to always just smile and just enjoy what you do. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I want to respect your time. I hope you get casted to all the shows, and I hope more wonderful opportunities come for you.
Yes, thank you so much. It was nice speaking.
Pleasure. That's the interview. Hi, my name's Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching / listening to These Are Questions. This interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. We are here at Dare Nightclub for Vicarious Lingerie's Miami Swim Week casting, and I'm with an amazing model. Please welcome Caitlin Harvey.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Caitlin, I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So first and foremost, I just want to ask, how long have you been in the modeling industry for?
I've never been in a modeling industry ever.
Ever? So this is your first time?
Yes.
Wow, welcome to the modeling industry. And welcome specifically to Vicarious Lingerie Show. I want to ask you, with that show, particularly with the casting, how was your overall experience walking in the runway for casting?
It was amazing. I felt like I was on top of the world.
Right. It's a cool feeling when you get to walk around, do amazing things, and when you're with a great group like them, that's a great starter casting to get into as you go along with your career in the modeling industry.
Yeah. Wait, what was that?
I was going to say, it's a great thing that you're having within the modeling industry and being a part. And I wanted to just ask, like, what were your intentions and what got you into modeling? What made you want to go in there?
I've always wanted to be a model. I just never took the step forward. And then I also had 4 kids, and it kind of put me at a pit stop. So I just kind of winged it today.
And I respect that. And shout out to the family there. It's never easy, but you're being a proud parental figure and showcasing the things that you want to do, so your kids in the future can be like, wow, my mom did this, I can do what I want to do in my life.
Yes.
Which is awesome there. And let me ask, speaking of wings, do you have a pair of wings?
Wings?
Yes. Can you fly?
No.
I don't know, you never know. I know some people drink like energy drinks, certain drinks, and they get wings. I'm not sure, you know?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure. I want to make sure on there. If you were able to fly, where would you want to fly to and why?
Probably Jamaica.
Ooh, that would be cool. And we're close by, so that wouldn't be a super long trip. You probably get there in like 10 minutes, no problem. You beat all the traffic, you beat the airlines, you beat the boats, that'll be perfect. Just saying, it could happen. You go Air Jamaica and fly over. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. And like, speaking of like traveling there, if you were able to go to like a dream show or a dream fashion event, which event would it be and why?
I would probably go to New York Fashion Week, and just because it's really big there.
Okay, yeah, it's huge. It's one of the premier ones, and this is good working in the Florida shows because they can lead to New York and lead to other castings with LA, Paris, and wherever you want to go around the world. So it can really open up a lot of doors for you. Yeah, and as I want to conclude on this interview, the last question I want to ask is, what's the best piece of advice that you can have for aspiring models that want to break into the industry?
Just take the chance, wing it, go for it, no matter what.
No matter what, whether you have wings or whether you don't, just wing and you'll make it happen.
Right.
Yes. Caitlin, it's been a pleasure interviewing. These are questions. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And as a continuation with Caitlin's interview, I want to introduce to the owner and founder of Infused Therapy. She wanted to talk some words about her company. And there, we're not sponsored by These Are Questions or with Vicarious Lingerie, but we hit it up and I wanted to showcase the services.
Yeah. So Infused Therapy is the IV vitamin and mineral therapy business. We infused Kate while she was doing her makeup this morning, prepping her skin, hydrating so she looks extremely hydrated with a nice glow on her face.
Very cool, and you can see the results on there. Like I said, not sponsored on it, but I think they're a good service on there, and they were a great part of These Are Questions and also interviewing with Vicarious Lingerie. So I appreciate your time on there. The only question I want to ask, and it's something I asked Kayla, I'm going to ask you the same question. And it's a funny question, but the question I want to ask is, do you have wings?
I do.
Do you? So you can fly?
I can fly all the way to the top.
Wow, there we go. I love it there, I love it there.
B12 gives me my wings.
There you go, see? Plug it in with B12 and flying here on Vicarious Lingerie Show for Miami Swim Week. Ladies, it's been a pleasure and best of luck with the business.
Thank you. I just want to explain one more thing. So her marketing sponsor is not here. I'm taking place, but it's Grizzly Savage is her marketing sponsor.
Shout out to her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hi, my name's Stephen Rafferty, and you're watching These Are Questions, the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. I'm with an incredible model here at Dare Nightclub for their Miami Swim Week Vicarious Lingerie casting. Please welcome Samantha.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and will randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
I do. I accept the terms.
All right, awesome, awesome. I want to just ask you first and foremost, how long have you been modeling for?
It's been about 5 years now.
5 years, wow, amazing. And so what are some of your highlighted shows you've done so far?
So my highlighted shows that I've done was Swim Week in Houston.
Yeah, part of Houston Swim Week, that's cool.
Yes. And then another awesome thing that I did was a photo shoot for a lingerie brand in Atlanta.
Okay, so you've been able to travel around, do different places and different shows, and now you're doing castings for Miami and you went Vicarious Lingerie this afternoon. I want to ask, how was the experience walking on a runway for this afternoon's casting?
It was awesome. Everybody was super nice. I love the music. I love the vibes. I had a great time.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you had a wonderful time on there, and I wish you nothing but success with this casting and future castings you're going to have. So that's cool. Now, let me ask you on there, through your experiences, if you were able to have a different career that wasn't modeling and you wanted to have that experience, what other industry would you go into and why?
So right now I'm a corporate flight attendant, and I would love to be a pilot.
Okay, flying your own plane. That would be cool. Let me ask you the follow-up. If you had to name your own plane, what would the name of your plane be?
Woo! If I could get the trademark, if I could allow it, I would probably name it Jessica Rabbit.
Hey, Who Framed Roger Rabbit on there. I like
exactly.
That would be cool. You can have it color theme and everything. That's such a great movie. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. It's amazing.
If you were able to be in that movie, what scene would you go into and why?
So if I were able to be in that movie, I would definitely be Miss Jessica Rabbit. Iconic, yes, gorgeous. Everybody knows who she is, and her presence is amazing.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. I can see it. I can see an authentic, cool version of that character for you. So that'll be cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let me ask you this. Have you ever had Skittles before?
I have had Skittles before, yes.
Do you like Skittles?
Oh, I love them.
If you had to create your own flavor of Skittle, what would it be and why?
Okay, so I would blend the wild berry Skittles with the sour Skittles.
That would be pretty dope. I like that. That would be pretty cool. I like that combo. That would be a cool combo. And you can call it the whole, Who Framed Skittles, mystery flavor for each of them, and then tie it in with the movie.
What's the title of the movie? Oh, if we blended the Skittles, what would the title of the movie be? Oh, it would probably be Sunshine Berry.
Ooh, I like that. That would be dope. That would be pretty cool. I like that a lot. That would be awesome. And this has been a great interview, Samantha. I really appreciate your time. The last question I want to ask you is, out of your years of experience in modeling, what's a great piece of advice for models that are trying to break into that industry?
Never give up.
Simple and effective. Yeah, it's true. Keep trying, because you never know where the opportunity takes you.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. Well, Samantha, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. These are questions. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Same to you. Same to you. Alrighty. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We'll get on there. Hey, 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 hey.
Is this an interview or I don't know? Okay.
Yo, this is the interview. All the questions, all the time, asking all, making the crimes, making the vibes, making the time. I don't know.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much.
I love it. And with that, let's do our interview on These Are Questions. My name's Stephen Rafferty, and this is an interview show where I ask people questions about things like, for such not, you can hear the music and hear the vibes. We're here at their nightclub. We are vibing. We're making it happen. I'm with an amazing model. Please welcome Amanda.
Hello, nice to meet you guys.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mix of funny questions and stupid questions that you don't know.
Okay.
No pressure.
I'm ready for anything.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that on there. With that, let's do our interview. First and foremost, how long have you been modeling for?
I mean, I've been doing general modeling since I was a kid. I'm actually a professional dancer. So I am more in that side of my career, which I guess comes along with modeling as well. But yeah, probably since I was a kid, but I've pursued more dance than modeling. But actually one of my friends is one of the ones that owns one of the companies for the Miami Swim Week. She owns Boca Babes. Shout out to her. Bathing suit is hers also. And I've been modeling and doing stuff with her recently as well. So it's been really fun. I actually enjoyed a lot. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you have the connections there, but not just that, you have a dancing background. I think dance is such a creative art, and it's not easy to do professional dancing, so I respect it quite a bit. And let me follow up with that. How long have you been dancing for?
I'm 28, so I've been dancing since I was about 6, 7. Professionally, I've been doing it probably about 7 years. Last year I was actually on tour with a big Spanish artist. I was gone for about 2 months. We toured all around the United States and Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico. So his song was actually just playing a couple minutes ago, so it was funny, but.
Hey, what are the timing, the manifesting on there and making it happen? That's awesome.
It was Don Omar.
Hey.
If you were wondering, but
Hey.
all the fans out there that are wondering, you know.
Hey, muy bueno. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm learning Spanish right now. Yo estudiando español con Duolingo.
It's okay. I was the gringa in my group. It's okay.
I love it. I love
I
it.
was like, yeah. I was like, just tell me my 1-2 step. I got it. Don't worry. I can perreo. It's okay.
I love it. And let me ask on there, you were able to walk with Vicarious Lingerie today, which is great for their swimsuit and their swim show with their castings. How was the overall experience working with them and being a part in today's casting?
Awesome. Everyone is so kind and so welcoming. So it's really, even though, like, I guess some people could look at having your body out is, I guess, as scandalous in a way, but they don't make it feel like that. They really make you feel empowered and feel very womanly. So it's awesome to be in such like a great surrounding group of women and very great entrepreneurs as well. I love them all. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I can see it through there with their works. And I wish you the best with this casting and future castings as we get into Miami Swim Week and future shows. And I want to ask you, what's the dream show, dream location you want to get into in fashion?
in fashion, honestly, I think Miami Swim Week is so iconic. I'm a South Florida native. I grew up down here, and like just seeing all the beautiful women and everyone like being so involved, as well as a dance background, there's a lot of opportunities, like small artists debuting at a fashion week and having dancers, and it's fun because everyone really connects, and the culture, and like, I mean, it's Miami. I mean, who doesn't want to be in Miami, especially during a week like that? I mean, it's awesome. So I would love to have the opportunity to do that. So
Not when, it's not if, it's when. It's going to happen.
exactly. I like your attitude. That's great.
That's what we're here when we manifest
If,
it.
not why, but when, you know? And how? We're doing it right now.
We're doing it right now with These Are Questions. And let me ask you, if you had the opportunity to have a dream fashion/dance show together, what would the name of that show be and where would you put it?
Ooh. Where would I put it? Maybe Cali, because I feel like California, there's so much extensive, like, whether it comes to dancing as well as fashion, there's so much culture as well as like even acting and all that stuff. So I feel like there's so much around it. What I would call it? I don't know. I'm not the designer, so I don't want to give it a little name. So I'm just here. I'm just here for the vibes, you know.
And that could be the name of it, just here for the vibes.
There you go. We created it right here. You saw it first.
It's been a pleasure interviewing you on These Are Questions, Amanda. I wish you all the best in everything, and keep me posted with the dancing and the fashion side.
Of course. Take care. Brush your hair, because it's great. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions. We're continuing along our interviews here for Miami Swim Week, and we're Vicarious Lingerie's fashion casting for Miami Swim Week at Dare Nightclub. I'm with an incredible model. Please welcome Maya.
Hi, how are you guys? I'm Maya.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and well randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
I do accept the terms.
All right, awesome. We're going to get right to the interview itself. How long have you been modeling for?
About 2 years now.
2 years, okay. And what kind of got you inspired into modeling?
So at my school, I do shoots with my friend who works for the school magazine, the Student Run magazine. And then Runway I started back in December of 2024.
Okay, very cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. And like, how many castings have you done? Have you gotten some big shows? Have you been working around? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the first show I walked was the Ethereal show for Art Basel back in December. And then I walked a New York Fashion Week show back in February for Alexander German.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations on there. And you just did your fashion runway casting for my Vicarious Lingerie with Miami Swim Week. How was that overall experience doing that particular casting?
I liked it a lot. I liked the venue. I think the judges are very nice. And it was a good experience, yeah.
Very cool. I'm glad. And many more castings are coming for you. Many more opportunities are coming for you. And speaking of opportunities, I want to ask you, if you were a professional chocolatier, what type of chocolate would you make and who would you give it to?
Oh my goodness. Maybe something that's like brownie flavored. I don't know if that's like a unique answer. And I would probably give it to myself because I love brownies.
Ah, okay. I can see it happening. That'll be cool. That's awesome. And I want to ask as a follow-up. I don't know if you're a comic book reader, but I want to ask, if you were starring in your own comic book, which comic book superhero would you join forces with and why?
Would I join forces with? Maybe Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is probably my favorite superhero in the Marvel universe. So yeah, I'd probably say that. I also like the costume.
Yeah, that's a cool costume. That would be pretty cool. I can see you rocking with that somewhere similar. What would be your superhero name?
Ooh. Oh God. Maybe like Spidey Woman. I don't know. I have to ponder that.
Okay. Spidey Woman, I don't know. Spidey Maya, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Spider M. I don't know. Just saying, ideas, giving you stuff on there. Yeah, no problem. And I just want to ask, as we finish off and conclude our interview, I want to ask you, with your experience in modeling so far, what's a great piece of advice that you can give for models that are trying to continue on with their casting?
Honestly, my experience has been really good. I feel like I've met a lot of people at all the events I go to, castings, runway shows, everything. And my advice would probably be to network as often as possible. If you have the free time, I'm lucky I'm a student, so I don't have a full-time job right now, and I can go to a lot of things that are just in the middle of the week and try to meet people. Even if it's not, didn't get accepted into a show or for the job, like, you can still network.
I really like that advice. That's really good on there. And it shows your insight and what you do as a professional model. And I think with that mindset, you can really do a lot into future career opportunities, and not just modeling, but in the arts and entertainment field. So, yeah. So thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions, the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. And today we are here at Vicarious Lingerie's Dare casting event for Miami Swim Week, and we are with a talented model. Please welcome Adama.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for being a part of the show. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and will randomly stupid. Do you accept those terms?
Sure.
All right, awesome. We're going to get right to the interview itself. Adama, how long have you been modeling for?
So I'm still a novice. I'm new. I've done it a few times over the past 2 years.
Okay. And what kind of got you into modeling? How has it been this year doing the castings?
So I'm actually more into fashion, but a lot of people will tell me that I should model. So I just gave it a shot.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you're just trying it and just see if it right fit for you and if you like it. So no power. That's all power to it. So that's cool. That's awesome. And what's the best thing you like about modeling so far?
What was that? I'm sorry.
What's the best thing you like about modeling so far?
The best thing I like about modeling? It challenges me to get out of my comfort zone. I can kind of be a shy person sometimes, so it makes me have to have a royalty about myself, some confidence,
I respect that. I think that's a really good way to really get yourself out there and really put those things together. So that's awesome. And speaking of with the shows, you were with Vicarious Lingerie this afternoon. I wanted to ask, how was your experience doing that runway casting for today's show?
It was cool. I definitely had to calm my nerves a little bit, but it was nice. The judges were really nice. The girls are really nice, so I had fun.
That's awesome. I think it's a good experience on there, and it opens the doors for other castings as we get along with the season. So, and speaking of seasons, I want to ask, if you were able to create your own TV season, like TV show, what genre would the TV show be in?
I think I would definitely do a fashion competition, maybe something like Project Runway. Yeah.
And what would be the name of the show?
Ooh, I have to think about that one. I don't know.
I have to think about it. That's a good name for a show. I get it. No worries. I totally understand on that regard. And as you're thinking things are going along, if you were able to have 10 Rubik's Cubes that they can give to 10 different people, which 10 people would you give it to?
Definitely my brother. If I could give it to animals, I would give it to my pets, my 3 pets, some of my friends, and my mom.
Okay. Yeah. And you have a couple more for spare to give to whoever you want in your back pocket.
What was that?
You have a couple more that you can give in your back pocket when you have for special occasions,
Yeah, I'll just whip it out randomly.
Give it to a random person. Here's a Rubik's Cube, solve it.
Yep.
That's awesome. And one last question here on These Are Questions. The question I want to ask is, in your experiences, what's the best piece of advice that you can give for models that are trying to go through and become professional?
I would say definitely believe in yourself. All of us are human. All of us have insecurities. So if we look like we're super confident, we feel the same things you feel. So just get out there and just go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Great advice on there. It's been a pleasure, and thank you so much for being a part of the show. Really appreciate it. Wishing you all the best in all of your castings coming forward.
Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. Awesome, awesome. Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions. You already know the drill. We are here at Miami Swim Week, specifically for Vicarious Lingerie. There you go. I'm with an amazing model. Please welcome Naya.
Hi, you guys. How are y'all? I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited for you to be a part of the show. Thank you so much for being a part. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and all randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
I accept the terms and conditions.
There we go. Let's go. Awesome. I'm going to go right to the interview itself. So I want to ask you, Naya, how long have you been in modeling for?
I've been modeling forever. I've been modeling for like 7 years, roughly. I do runway. I do editorial. I've been in magazines. I've been published internationally. Yeah, I've done New York Fashion Week. This would be my first time doing Miami Swim Week. So yeah, I just love modeling so much, and I'm so excited for what's hold here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm very excited for you, and I'm happy that you've had all the experience doing the shows, and I know you're going to get casted for many of the different Miami Swim Week shows happening here. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Get into existence.
Manifesting here on These Are Questions. Making it happen here. We're making it happen. And I want to ask, you just did a runway with Vicarious Lingerie for their casting. How was the overall experience?
Honestly, it was very professional. I enjoyed it. There's so many beautiful women here, and everybody has good energy. Even when I was walking, they gave me very good instructions. They walked me through the whole thing. I felt comfortable, I felt confident, and I really enjoyed it. And then when I came back here, I didn't expect any of this, so I honestly had a 10 out of 10 experience, I would say.
Here to here, 10 out of 10 experience on there. And for record, we're not sponsored by Vicarious Lingerie directly, but they're a great organization. They've done a wonderful set of conditions on there, and they allow me to film for These Are Questions, so shout out to them. And speaking of questions on there, I'll give you the floor. If you were able to create your own set of questions for any person on the planet, what questions would you ask, and who would you ask it to?
If I were to have my own set of questions to interview somebody, who would I interview?
It can be anyone on the planet.
Michelle Obama. I just want to know, like, I know she has a book, but I would genuinely like to see how she just evolved her life and how she became the woman that she is. I admire powerful women, and I want to be on a grand scale of things to help give back to people, and I feel like she's done great. And yeah, that's just the first person that came to mind.
I respect that. There you go on there. And never say never. It could happen in the future.
Right, right. Like I said, speak it into existence.
And speaking of existences, if you were able to create your own existence on another planet or another solar system, which existence would you create and why?
That is a great question, honestly. I've never been asked something like that. I feel like I'm a Venus girl, but I don't know. I want to create something with love. So maybe Venus. I know it's hot. It's hot. Venus is close to the sun. We're not that close. But if I could create something of love and peace, everybody's supporting one another, everybody's treating one another with respect, unlike some people I'm not gonna mention. But yeah, I would just want an environment full of people that value themselves and love themselves and just want to see better in the world. So if I have to create a whole nother one, it would be something like Venus, but with my name on it.
I like that, Naya. I like that. I like that. Existing in Naya into existence in the solar system. Anything's possible. You never know.
Anything is possible.
And I just have one more question to ask on These Are Questions, and the question I want to ask is, what's the best piece of advice that you can give for models that are in the industry and want to continue in it?
Models that want to go into the modeling industry, know why you want to model. Don't model because... You're okay.
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. But to continue, I would tell models to not do it just to be a pretty model, just to get attention physically. I would do it because you genuinely want to see community. You want to do it for a good reason. You want to love what you do. You never want to do it and not feel good about yourself. Confidence means so much. I'm going to say it again. Confidence. Confidence is key. I love to model because it has helped me grow in confidence. So if you want to do it because it fuels you and it makes you feel good. That's what advice I would give.
Simple, great, effective advice here on These Are Questions. Naya, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. I wish you all the best with everything. Great insight, great advice, and pleasure.
Thank you so much. I have enjoyed this interview, and I love the question. This has been good, except for the almost attack we had going on.
It happened.
Thank you so much. I enjoy my experience here, and yes, make sure you follow.
Follow both of us.
Yes.
Yes. On These Are Questions. Bye. Welcome to These Are Questions. It's an interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. I'm with an incredible musician. Please welcome Steven.
Steven Avi El Gato 506 from Limon, Costa Rica. Here we are right here in the VIP of the Hard Rock Hotel.
Si, senor, and here we are here. We're rocking, we're vibing, we're making things happen here on These Are Questions. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of funny and stupid questions that you don't know.
Awesome, man. Let's do it, brother.
Let's do it, let's do it.
10 years, man. I love it. I love it, brother. Let's go.
Yes. How long have you been in the business for?
Listen, man. I want to say my whole life in terms of art, but in terms like professionally, I would say about like before 10 years old, because before I was with orchestras, etc., more the classical side, and then more, I would say my teen years when I got into the more modern life as well. So really spanned a little bit here, a little bit there. So, you know, I've been all my whole life.
I respect that. That's incredible on there. It's not easy doing it your whole life, but I can see with the work that you've done. We've worked together on various projects. I know how it is, and like I want to just know like the inspirations for the style of music that you create. I want to know that. I want to know more about it.
Listen, man. Many artists they say they see colors. For me, I see films. So you know, I love getting the mood. Like a song like this makes me think of a whole like film, right? You know, music takes me to some place. I hear a beat, or I create it, I get the lyrics from it, I get more melodies from it. So really the inspiration can be a mix of personal things as well as a vibe, you know, you can get from hearing something. That's my inspiration. It can be right now.
Right now, just hanging around right here in the nightclub, hanging around, just having a good
Just look at this right there. Hey, papa, I can't stop now. Okay, here the conspiracy comes. Papa, pele, jale. Con el ojo abierto y el gato permitido. Le conocí en el barco donde siempre me embarcó. Me vino con el vino, pero no que esta mapa dice, papi, tranquilo, que no me has probado. Te doy una prueba y sabe a bacalao. Buena reta la probado, quiere ir al corazón, tiene mi corazón para donde está Macao. Agarré a la dama y dice, ay, qué bacano. You know?
The last question I want to ask, because you just gave me an amazing song right there, the last question I want to ask is that for aspiring musicians, songwriters, people that want to go in that art form, what's the best piece of advice you can give for them?
Listen, first, you have a vision, right? You have a vision, you have a dream, you have a plan to execute. And always remember this, start at the end. Don't start at the beginning. When you start at the end, you have a whole map. You have something better structured. You want something good to attack with. You just don't want to attack to attack. You want to think methodically, you want to be patient, and you want to know what to do so that you can get there. So if you think, okay, I got the Grammy already, okay, what's the step before? Okay, the promotion, the campaign. Before that, the song selling millions of copies. Before that, you just released a song. Before that, in the studio. Before that, the inspiration. That's it. Start from the end.
From the end, I love it. Great advice there, Steven. Pleasure. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you so much, man. Love to all the people. And remember, big up Costa Rica, 506, and Papa Pele, and Besándome on all platforms. Nos vemos.
Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions, the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. We are still here at their nightclub interviewing various artists, performers, and models. I'm with a talented model. Please welcome Maya.
Hello, I'm Maya.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I really appreciate it. We're going to get right into the interview itself by asking you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with questions that are borderline idiotic and randomly stupid. Okay. Awesome. I want to ask, how long you got into modeling for?
It's been about 2 years that I really started taking modeling seriously, and I've been enjoying every part of it.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome. And what have been some of your favorite shows you've been a part of so far?
Honestly, I was a part of the NFT fashion showcase a couple months ago. I got to work with many brands like D1 Apparel. It was really nice. I love just collaborating with all different sorts of people.
Well, that's awesome. That's cool. And what are some of the dream shows that you want to be a part of in the future?
Honestly, I think my next goal right now is probably going to be New York Fashion Week.
Okay. Hey, it's coming later this year. It's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see it. And let me ask you, if you were able to do a fashion show in any unique location, anywhere on the planet, what location would you decide to do a fashion show in and why?
Honestly, I would say Japan.
Right.
I would say Japan because I love the culture there. It's a beautiful place, beautiful people. Yeah, Japan.
That would be dope. I like that a lot. That would be really cool on there. And let me ask on you, if you were able to take the sun for at least 20 minutes, where would you take the sun to and why?
The sun? Honestly, I'll put it right above me. I love the sun. Yeah.
I love it. As long as it's safe, you're not too bad with it. You can at least go on and off with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely see it on there. And as a final piece of question I want to ask in this interview, because I want to respect your time, is what's the best piece of advice that you can give for all the models that are continuing in their modeling industry journey?
Honestly, as I'm new myself, I would say just be consistent, collaborate with different photographers. I feel like modeling is all about connections and the people you know, so just put yourself out there.
Definitely. Putting yourself out there makes the biggest difference in everything. Exactly. Maya, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for interviewing with me on These Are Questions. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty of These Are Questions. We're continuing along our interviews here with Vicarious Lingerie, Miami Swim Week castings here in Adair nightclub. I'm with a wonderful model. Please welcome Spice.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Doing great. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, Spice. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
Of course.
All right, awesome. So I want to ask you right off the bat, what made you want to go into modeling?
Well, I've really been into just walking. I've always been walking or taking pictures. That's really a passion of mine. So I thought, why not actually make it a career field?
Definitely, absolutely. It can really do a lot and has a lot of good creative opportunities there. How long have you been modeling for?
I've been modeling seriously for about 4 years, but I've always just kind of been the person that wanted to be in the camera and the spotlight, so pretty much all my life.
Absolutely on there. And with some of the shows that you have done, can you tell me some of the experiences from the shows that you've been a part of?
Sure. So I'm new to walking. I've just moved to Miami, so I'm going to be doing Swim Week and everything for the first time. I'm from New York, so I have definitely seen New York Fashion Week, and it's a big dream of mine to actually walk in a New York Fashion Week show.
Okay, that's awesome. There's a big accomplishment there. And you're going to have a lot of opportunity with Miami Swim Week as they go along here with all the castings happening. And speaking of castings, you do castings with Vicarious Lingerie today. How was that experience?
It was great. I got positive feedback from everyone. They really encouraged you and
let you do a couple different walks, so I really appreciated that.
Yes, definitely. They're very supported on there, and like I said, not sponsored directly with them, but I've seen the stuff that they've done, and they've done some great work, which is cool on there. And let me ask you, your name is Spice, right? And like, I want to ask you, what's your favorite spice, Spice?
My favorite spice is probably oregano. It just gives everything like a little extra kick, which is me.
I was thinking you maybe like allspice because it's all the spices together.
No, I like to keep it down to the basics, like your original seasonings. I'm that type of girl.
I like that. I can respect that. Sometimes simple is better. You don't need to go all complex. Sometimes the little things and the simple things is what makes it ideal. So, And let me ask, if you were able to build your own highway, what would the name of your highway be and why?
The name of my highway would be Spice's Way because my way or the highway.
I like that. That's good. That's right. My way, if it don't work, get out of here. We're not messing with that here. And it's something you got to get used to if you're in New York coming down seeing 95 in Miami.
Yeah. It's definitely been different. Almost polar opposites. The weather, the people, but I love it here. I love the weather. I'm not really a cold girl anymore. Definitely southern. Miami is nothing better.
All right, and I respect that. That's cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I just want to ask one more question on our interview this afternoon. And the question I want to ask is that with your years of experience in modeling, what's a great piece of advice that you can give for all the models that are out there?
I would say just be confident because this is such an industry where they're looking at you so heavily. So the more you are confident in yourself and just know like you belong here, the farther it will take you.
I like that. That's great advice and great insight. Spice, it was a pleasure interviewing you on These Are Questions. I wish you all the best with everything.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions. We're continuing on with interviews here at Dare Nightclub for Vicarious Lingerie's Swim Week casting for Miami Swim Week. I'm with two talented models. Please welcome Alicia and Brianna.
Hi, I'm Halthea. And this is
Brianna.
Hey, I'm Brianna.
Thank you so much for the two of you being a part of These Are Questions. We're going to get right into the interview itself. I want to just ask you a series of questions based on your careers and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
Yes. Yes.
All right, awesome. I want to ask you both, how did you both get into modeling?
Oh, do I say that again? I'm sorry.
Whoever wants to answer, I'm going to go back and forth because we're on our space here.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
How did you get into modeling?
You know, it was always an aspiration and a dream for me growing up. Just going in my mom's closet and just trying on her shoes and her heels, so it was always inspired. And coming from a child from Jamaica, just going in Pulse and trying out stuff and something that I'm very passionate about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And for you, Brianna?
I got into modeling because I always wanted to express natural beauty. I want to express to girls that it's okay to be natural and be beautiful at the same time. You don't really have to, do too much to show that you're beautiful. So I want to give that inspiration to young girls and older girls as well, that you can be naturally beautiful.
I love that. I love that. Great insights into your perspectives of starting into the modeling industry. And I want to ask the both of you, what's the best part of modeling?
The best part is just being yourself and having fun while doing it and just looking beautiful and just keep going. And that's, just meeting new people, gaining confidence in yourself, and walking down the stage, having the lights, cameras flash on you, it makes me feel pretty. That's the best part of it.
I like it. Making it feel pretty makes all the best part, and that's a great insight in there. And I want to ask you, did the runway for Vicarious Lingerie with the casting today, how was that overall experience?
It was an amazing experience. I'm very humbled to do it. It was an amazing walk, nice people that I met. They were troopers. I appreciate it. It was a really great experience. I got to meet a couple of new girls, got to meet the person that is in charge of it. So I really enjoyed myself.
I respect that. That's awesome that you both had positive experiences here at the show today, and I hope you both get casted for that show and future shows along the way. I just want to ask the question on here. If you had to create your own designer dress, what material would you create the dress for, and where would you showcase that attire in the world? Where would you showcase the dress?
I would definitely love to showcase it in my country, Jamaica, and definitely Paris. I would love to walk in Paris, definitely. I would love to showcase it in New York because I know New York is like the capital of fashion in the United States. So I think that would be a very good idea to showcase it probably at New York Fashion Week.
Both good, excellent choices on there. And if you had that chance, I think you definitely could showcase it in the big times. That'll be awesome. The last question I want to ask is, what's the best piece of advice that you can give for aspiring models?
I'm sorry, say that again.
What was the best piece of advice that you can give for aspiring models?
You know what? Always come with your authentic self and be you and be true to you and just keep going, you know? Don't give up on your dreams because only you can believe in you and keep going. Always be yourself. Always show out your personality. Chase your dreams. Always inspire other models to do the same because that's what's part of being a model is to inspire others as well. And also have confidence in yourself because confidence is everything.
Both great advices and great wise words. Thank you so much, ladies, for being a part of the show. I really do appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, there we go. Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions. And as we are winding down here for Miami Swim Week with the Vicarious Lingerie's runway casting here at Dare Nightclub, I'm with one of the pivotal figures here for Vicarious Lingerie. Please welcome Frida.
Hi everyone, welcome to Vicarious's casting today. So I'm Prina and I take care of the backstage hair and makeup beauty team. We're really looking forward to this year's show. We did our show last year with them. This will be our third show with them and we're happy to be here with Carrie. It's amazing to be part of the whole process. I'm super proud of her.
I'm proud of her too and the team. They've done a wonderful work from our time working with each other. And like, as someone that works on the designing front and work with the makeup on there, can you tell me some of the experiences that you have and maybe some of the like challenges that go along with it? Because I know it's not easy. It's a daunting task.
Yeah. Some of the big ones, especially in Miami at the time of the year, it's just so hot. It's really hot and a lot of the time we don't have a lot of space to make things happen. We do what we can in a tight space sometimes. But we get it done.
Hey, there you go, and that's all you could do on there. And as someone that you've gone into, what made you inspired to go into that type of field?
I have always been doing hair fashion shows since I was in high school. So I guess I always loved it, and I'm fortunate that I get to keep doing it every year with different brands, different companies. It's super cool. So I'm happy to be here and be part of the Carrie show.
That's awesome, that's awesome, that's awesome. And I want to ask if there's like a dream venue, dream show, or dream talent that you want to apply makeup or do a show with, who would it be and why?
A dream client? Oh my God, I don't know. I have a few celebrity clients already that they're kind of dreamy to work with already, but I don't know. I actually just like making regular people feel like supermodels, you know? Like taking what our normal beauty and accentuating that. Like we all have that beauty in us and making everybody feel that way, you know? Not just the supermodels, like we can all feel like that.
Everyone can be their own supermodel, everyone can be their own super person if they believe in it and they have the confidence for it. So I agree with that, wholeheartedly.
Yeah, those are probably my favorite clients.
Those are great clients on there. And I just want to ask, for those that want to go into the makeup and beauty industries and they want to put their craft to it, what's the best piece of advice that you can give for them?
I think volunteer. Go and volunteer at shows. Right away after your first show, you're going to know if this is something you want to keep doing or if it's something that's like, it's very hectic back there. You have to have a thick skin. You have to take criticisms. So sometimes it's not for everybody. So it's like really just to try it out for free. Go volunteer. Check it out backstage.
And I agree with that. Sometimes you got to work your way to it and work your way up with it, and then you meet those connections that can lead to some great opportunities.
Exactly. Totally agree. Yeah, it's so easy to get backstage. I started doing it backstage, volunteering, and it's grown my career in so many different ways. In the salon, in the backstage of fashion shows. I've been all over the world, really, like France, Monaco, New York, Miami. So it's really cool. And I get to go everywhere doing what I love. So that's even more amazing.
And I love that you're doing what you love, and that makes all the difference. And I wish you all the best with not just Vicarious Lingerie, but all the opportunities that you will have in the future in that field.
Thank you so much. Same to you, of course.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you. you. Hi, this is Stephen Rafferty from These Are Questions, the interview show where I ask people questions about things, life, and such not. And we are here with a music legend. Okay, here. You may know him from his hit song, I Like to Move and Move It. We're here. I wanted you to introduce yourself, introduce our audience here on These Are Questions, and let the legend speak. This is your mic right here.
Candela likes to move it, move it. Candela likes to move it, move it. Candela likes to move it, move it. They like to move it. Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being a part of These Are Questions. I really appreciate it. I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
Can you repeat that?
I'm going to ask you a series of questions based on your career and aspirations, along with a mixture of questions that are borderline idiotic and, well, randomly stupid. Do you accept the terms?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. So I want to ask you, how did you get into the music industry? What inspired you to go into music?
Well, I started at the age 16 from Flatbush, Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, so big up to Flatbush, Brooklyn, you know? And at age 26, I got my break from El General. He introduced me to DJ, producer Eric Mormorello. He produced Like to Move It, the music. I wrote the song. I'm the original singer and songwriter for the song.
Oh, that's amazing. That's incredible. And I want to talk about the songwriting process behind that. As one fellow New Yorker to another, with much respect, I know exactly where you are, but I want to know the songwriting process. How do you came up with the idea to create such an iconic song?
Well, it's all about the women, all girls all over the world. I used to walk up and down Flatbush Avenue, me and my friends, trying to get all the numbers from the girls so we could call them later on the phone, you know? So it's a women's anthem. When I say, woman, you're cute, how you done? You know me, a cup. Regina, cute body, you want make man, mother, woman, you're cute. How you done? You know me, a cup. Regina, cute body, you want make man, mother. It's all about the women chasing the girls. That's all about. It's a women's anthem. A woman is beautiful without any makeup. No makeup.
Natural beauties, that's what it's all about. In general in life, it's how you show yourself and how you pull that confidence to make yourself stand out and make you lovable with everybody.
Well, it's all about the people. It's all about moving it. It's an action word. Every day you got to move it. You got to get up. You got to move. You can't stay one spot. You got to move.
I love that. I love that. And let me ask you, I got two more questions real quick. I want to ask you, what's your spirit animal?
Scary animal?
Like spirit animal.
Spirit?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, no, you know. The girls.
His words. There you go. You heard it here on These Are Questions. I'll leave it on there. The last question I want to ask you is, what's the best piece of advice for someone that wants to create their own music?
Never give up. Never give up. Follow your dreams. Follow your goals. Don't give up. One day, it's going to be your turn.
I love that. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much for your
man. Bless up. Thank you so much. Thank you, world. Candela, big up yourself. Big up. You know, I want to send a shout out to. Oh man, my God, what's her name? Anika. Big up to Anika. Stephen. Big up to Stephen. But Anika, Candela, this is the reason why I'm here.